everybody. Let's talk about everything happened on January 27th. Action-packed Monday night. The first game is Detroit. Lost to the Cavs, yep. Detroit has been on a very hot streak. They're currently the 8th seed. But who knows, they can make a push for the 6th or the 5th seed. That is a crazy, consider where they were last year. Especially Kate Cunningham, he's been playing super well. Obviously struggled massively here, 9 for 26. Just a bad game versus the Cavs. We can move on. Malik Beasley in 22 minutes, he hit 5 threes, while Tim Hardaway Jr. hit 2 threes. Malik Beasley, in my opinion, he could definitely be rostered for threes. Kind of Peyton Pritchard, maybe a less efficient Peyton Pritchard version. Tim Hardaway Jr., just a streamer, and Jalen Duren had a big game. And the blocks started coming in the last month. Let me see where Jalen Duren is. Well, just a 110th ranked player. But I feel like the last couple of days or couple of games, he started getting more blocks. He's still just averaging 1.2. Osar Thompson, while his brother is going off, his brother went off last night. He didn't play so well. But he still has some value. You could definitely stream him for some defensive stats. Tobias Harris, 1 for 9. Why do we even roster him? At this point, definitely somebody that is perfectly fine to drop. If he's your worst player, you are definitely better off streaming that spot. But if he's your fourth or fifth worst player, don't drop him. And also depend on other factors. If you have an efficient team, you need some threes, some rebounds, and some points. Yeah, you have him because he give you those. But if you don't have an efficient team, first of all, try to sell him. If not, when the playoff comes around, you just have to drop. For the Cavs, Darius Garland, 22 points, 7 assists, while Donovan Mitchell had 21 points and 6 assists. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the Cavaliers even played that well offensively. Mobley, Allen, they brought 14 rebounds for Mobley is huge, 2 steals and 2 blocks. Yeah, the Cavalier guys, they're just very consistent. And then you have Ty Jerome coming off the bench. Every once in a while, he's going to pop off. Definitely somebody that we could stream. Move on to the next one. The Lakers lost to the Charlotte Hornets. Well, they beat Charlotte Hornets. Oops. 112-107. I'm surprised it's even this close. AD 42 points. That's to be expected. Versus Mark Williams, he just went off. Only 2 blocks though. Still very, very good. LeBron, 22.8 assists. Surprised LeBron kind of held back. Only 22 points, 8 assists versus a very bad Charlotte Hornets team. Austin Reeves doing his thing. 3 steals is really nice here and 6 assists. Like I said, Austin Reeves with no D'Lo around. Austin Reeves assist numbers has been popping off. He's going to average 6 assists easily. In the last month, he's the 71st ranked player. Mainly because, he's only shooting 44%. And he's turning the ball. Well, he's only turning the ball over 2.4 times, which is not that bad. But yeah, he's going to average for the rest of the season probably close to 20 points and 6 assists. And, over 2.5 threes, which, all those numbers are very, very good. Help you out. Max Christie, somebody you could definitely stream. Play huge minutes here. For the Charlotte Hornets, I think LaMelo hurt his ankle 8 minutes in, so he's out again. We don't know when he's going to be back. So Micic is definitely somebody we could stream. LaMelo Boy is going to be out for a couple games at least. Nick Smith Jr., he only played 25 minutes here. He also had 3 fouls. He's also somebody that we could stream, especially with LaMelo out. And then, it helps Miles Bridges, I think, with LaMelo out, 26 points here with 2 threes. Filled up the stat sheet. Mark Williams struggled a little bit versus AD, but the fact that he got 5 assists, he's also, he's helped his value a lot. Mark Williams in the last month, 53rd ranked player. Okay, a little bit worse than I thought. Because, for a couple games he was going off. One thing that's holding him back is obviously the 75% free throws on 4.2 attempts. That's hurting. And then he's obviously not hitting any threes. and he doesn't really get a lot of steals. But 10 rebounds, 60% from the field on 10 attempts, 1.2 blocks. All those are pretty good. If he can get the block numbers up, that's really gonna push him inside that top 20, 30. If he can do that. The next one is the Pelicans and Toronto Raptors, 113-104. Yeah, the Pelicans, they just can't really beat anybody. But every time Zion Williamson plays, he's putting up great numbers. So this is how you want to, Zion Williamson, this is what he does. He's a very unique fantasy player. You can definitely use him to build a very interesting team. And I think next year, he's going to go pretty late, consider the number of games he played this year. He's a really good field goal guy, and he can score a lot of points, right? That combination is kind of unique. Jokic, obviously, but a lot of high volume scorers, right? They don't really help your field goal. Like, you are happy if they're not hurting it. So Zion provides that, but he shoots no threes, bad free throw, right? So to build a team around that, could be interesting because you want to pound free throws. He also added 3 blocks here, which is great. CJ had 22 points and 2 threes, 2 steals, and DeJounte Murray, what is this? 5 for 17 again, 8 assists, 2 steals and a block. Another game where he really struggled. And Missy, it's another game he only played 22 minutes. They give some of the minutes to Daniel Theis, who played 14 minutes, and they just decided to go small. That is obviously not helping. I think he's still a hold, right? He's still starting, and just the minutes are a little bit inconsistent at the moment. Trey Murphy, another great one, 14 points, 2 steals, and 2 blocks with 2 threes. I want to say sell high, but you just don't know with Pelicans. Why not they getting Herbert Jones back? Where is Brandon Ingram? The man has disappeared for 2 months. We haven't really heard anything, and we don't know when he's going to be back. For the Raptors, RJ, 17 points is okay. 6 assists, 6 rebounds, but goes 8 for 19. I think RJ is honestly close to a drop at the moment, unless you're punting all 3 efficiencies, then you could have him because before Scotty was hurt, blah blah blah, right? He was averaging 23 points. If he's only gonna averaging 18 points, 5 assists, right? Those are really good numbers. But if you're not punting your efficiency, especially your free throw, he's hurting you more than he's helping you, 100%. So something to think about. Scotty also struggled massively, 6 for 21, but at least he's hit his free throws, 11 rebound, 8 assists. Scotty bombs. He's playing a lot better lately, but in the last month, he's the 39th ranked player. Not quite, second or third round yet, but the counting numbers started coming back up. Jacob Poeltl, what a beast. 21 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks. Poeltl, 44th ranked player in the last month. I would say this year, if you drafted Poeltl, I think he was out for a little bit, but overall, you should be pretty happy with his production. Move on to the next one. We have the Grizzlies the Knicks. Interesting. They scored 143 points while the Grizzlies got destroyed. It's either they get destroyed or they destroy the other team. Ja Morant has just been bad. I mean, there's no way around it. 10 points here, 2 assists, and nothing else. If you really love the points and assist combo, you could maybe a trade. Throw him like a top 50 player. Right. But he's just been bad, and he's also out a lot of... Well, this game, they got blown out. But a lot of the games, they blow the other team out, and Ja only played 28 minutes. So, he was also a minus 41. Desmond Bane, of course, when you lose like this, right? He still had an okay game. 4 assists is good, 2 threes. He's been getting a lot of assists, so that's good. Zach Edey, not really. And Jaren Jackson Jr. still put up a decent game with 21 points, 2 blocks, and 3 threes. The rest of the Grizzly guys, they didn't really do well. They lost by 37 points. For the Knicks, obviously they had it going, especially Mikal Bridges, 12 for 19, 28 points, still and 2 blocks. Cat, 24 points, 2 threes, 11 rebounds, and 2 steals. Also a very good game from Cat, fairly efficient. For all the Knicks guys, all you can hope for is for them to stay healthy. At least this game, nobody played over 35 minutes. That's great. Jalen Brunson finally get some rest. 6 assists, 2 steals, 4 threes, 20 points. It's all the starters play well. I mean, OG had 6 steals and a block. He needs to do this more. And Josh Hart, of course, only 4 points, but it's okay. 10 rebounds. He probably 10 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Move on to the next one, the Magic. They just can't beat anybody. 119, 125. They lost again. Franz Wagner. Good game. Really inefficient, but 29 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists. I'm happy with that. Ben Carroll, he next year, you got to punt a bunch of categories. You might need to punt at least 2 categories. Like turnover, he gets a lot of turnovers. You don't necessarily have to punt, but free throw is, because the volatility of free throw. If he goes 1 for 10, 1 for 10 is a lot. Like if he goes 4 for 9 in a particular week, and you're trying to hit like 81% free throw every week, it's gonna be hard, right? You might only take, depending on the volume of your team. If you got like Damian Lillard, a couple other guys, Shea, right, the overall volume goes up. If he misses a couple free throws, not a big deal. But you don't have any anchor. You have a fairly efficient team. He missed a bunch of free throws, you cooked. So you gotta punt free throws with this guy. And then obviously he went 7 for 21. The counting numbers are always gonna look okay. And Wendell Carter Jr. 7, for now, as long as Gogo is out, he has some streaming value for some rebounds. That's really it. Anthony Black popped off. Yeah, with everybody out, like Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony played, I guess. Anthony Black is somebody else. This game went to overtime as well. This game went to 2 overtime. So, yeah, Anthony Black is somebody we could definitely stream in the short term for sure. Tristan Da Silva came off the bench but ended up playing a lot of minutes in overtime. Speaking of Gold, but that's it. He's back. Let's hold on to him. Let's not drop him, right? I think maybe they were not gonna start him. I don't know, because beginning of the season he was not starting. He obviously can't space the floor like Wendell Carter Jr. And when you got Ben Carroll and Franz Wagner back, maybe they want more room to operate. But let's just hold to see. If he doesn't get minutes, it's okay to drop him. Well, we had a good run with him. For the Heat, Kel Ware, oh my God. Played 42 minutes, 10 rebounds, 2 steals. He's going to struggle from time to time. But here, he hit 4 threes, 7 for 8 from the field. I wonder why he didn't shoot more. Yeah, he's a center that can just do everything. I don't know how good his free throws are, but if he's like a 75% free throw shooter, you really have nothing to worry about him. In the last month, he's ranked outside of 150, but he could be a top 50 player depending on how many blocks he get. And then he's a big man that can shoot threes. Tyler Hero struggled here, but still had 30 points and 12 assists, which is absolutely huge. I think Jovic at this point, I think he's worth rostering. In category leagues, he just does everything. Just like Jokic. Obviously, they're miles apart. But he can hit 3 threes here. He can get you rebound. He can get you assists. He can average like 4 assists, which is not huge. But that helps. Over a steal, probably over 5.5 blocks. Right? He's big. And then he's getting minutes. His minutes are going to be inconsistent, but now that Jimmy Butler is out again, suspended indefinitely, that opens up minutes for him. So, and maybe they realize Terry Rozier is not good, so they give all those minutes to Jovic. But he needs to be rostered. Let's just ride with him. If he loses minutes, it's fine. We can drop him there. Ben Adebayo had a good game. Finally, 10 for 15 from the field with 26 points. So a great win for the Heat. The next one is the Kings. Well, Sabonis had a big one, 20-10. They beat the Brooklyn Nets. Of course, everybody going to eat really, really good versus the Nets. Led by Sabonis. Malik Monk, what a game. 16 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. The only thing is he went 0 for 6 from 3. De'Aaron Fox hit 4 threes, 30 points and 7 assists. And DeRozan, really, he's somebody that also when the playoff comes around, is somebody you could definitely drop. He's not doing anything at the moment. And also depends on the situation, but what does he really give you? He give you points and free throws, DeMar in the last month. Well, I take that back. He's a 56 ranked player. He scores really efficiently. That's what he does. Still averaging 22 points, but yeah, if you don't need points in a particular playoff matchup, right? If let's say you need rebound, assists, or threes, definitely somebody that you could potentially look to drop. For the Brooklyn Nets, D'Lo finally, he's getting more and more minutes. D'Lo could have a big second half if he plays. The worry is like he might not play, and look, like Nets, Cam Thomas has been out for how long now? This is the risk drafting those guys on really bad teams. You may never see them, or they just out for 2 months. Keon Johnson, in the meanwhile, he's starting. He has some streaming value. And Nicola Claxton, really rough year, to be honest. 6 fouls here. A steering block is okay. Compared to last year, yeah, he took a huge step back. And then also the Nets team, they got worse this year for sure. And if you have a Ben Simmons, you got Cam Johnson, those guys just not gonna play. Whenever they play, yeah, I think they're much rosters, but they just don't play. So they come in, play one game, they're out for the next 3. If you can work around that, playing with put them in the IR and take them out of it. If you don't have any other injured players, you could do that. If you have a perfectly healthy team, but if you got a bunch of guys out, you can't really afford to have these guys on your team. The next one is the Rockets beat the Celtics. This is a huge win for the Rockets. Absolutely huge win. Amen Thompson. Sheesh. Amen Thompson in the last month, let's check out his rankings. Well as he played, he's just a 73rd ranked player in the last month. The biggest problem with him is he's shooting 70% from the free throw line. And he's not making any threes. But the combination of rebounds, steals, a lot of time rebound and steal, they don't have that correlation. So if you get a guy can get a lot of rebounds and a lot of steals, that could make a big difference. And 1.1 blocks, of course, and shooting 56% from the field. He's obviously a must roster at the moment, but we just don't know what's going to happen when Jabari Smith comes back. They're going to mess with his minutes because there's no way he's going to play 41 minutes. So if you can get some good value, he also scored 33 points. If you can get some good value, you definitely should try it. But his value is hard to say. Like, to some teams, he's actually, if you have a big man team that's really looking for some steals, he could be amazing on those teams. Jalen Green didn't play well. Fred VanVleet didn't play so well. Emperor Şengün, nice game, almost a triple-double with 2 steals. But I would say Emperor Şengün this year, he didn't really improve that much compared to last year. In terms of just the numbers. I don't know in real life he did improve or not, but the numbers is, I think the problem still is his efficiency, right? He's not a great field goal guy, nor his free throw. And then he turns the ball over a bunch. Counting numbers is fine, he's averaging going to close 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. And then he can also get you steals and blocks. Dylan Brooks also went off. Let's not buy into the hype. But he could always be a streamer, right? They have a back-to-back. You could definitely stream Dylan Brooks. Celtics, I don't know what is going on with Tatum. I didn't watch the game. But the Rockets, they got some elite defenders. And Jason Tatum, he tends to just disappear in big games, especially if the opposing game plan is to kind of double team him. They don't give him the good looks that he usually get. But he had 7 assists, which is fine. But just imagine he doesn't have teammates like this. What will he do in the playoffs? This is why people say, in my opinion, when I look at the games, because people compare him and Luka, people think he's better than Luka. Just the playmaking playmaking aspect of it, I think it's miles apart between Tatum. Score, yeah. Tatum can score. One-on-one, yeah. He's really good. Luke Cornett, 8 for 9, 18 points. in the short term, we could definitely stream it. This game, they have Porzingis. They were doing some weird stuff here. Porzingis played 25 minutes, okay, and Jaylen Brown. He's really the only guy who had a decent shooting night. Well, no, never mind, 43%. Luke Cornett did. And Drew Holiday started getting some peripheral stats. And, this game with everybody out, Peyton, because Derrick White is also out. Peyton Pritchard came in, hit 5 threes. If you can sell him, I would. Because a bunch of guys are out. If everybody's here, he probably plays 23, 24 minutes. And look, like he played 30 minutes, only got 7 shots. If he just went 2 for 6 from the 3, which would be very normal, you just have 6 points and nothing else. They are not giving him shots. Like Jaylen Brown took 23 shots. I'm sure if you let Peyton Pritchard cook, the 4th best defender on the other team, like he'll be more efficient. But that's just not the case. The next one, the Atlanta Hawks lost to Timberwolves 90-100. Trae Young was out. Jalen Johnson, we don't know how long he's going to be out. He might be out for a couple of weeks to fix his shoulder. His shoulder was, is bothering him. Now that both of his shoulders are messed up, it's going to impact his shooting, right? So hopefully he just can rest and just get healthy. This game also, Trae Young was out. So we know Wallace is somebody that we could stream with Trae out for some assists, for some threes. He did exactly that. DeAndre Hunter came off the bench and popped off. That's great, 35 points. And I'm just surprised Bogdanovic didn't play. Was it a back-to-back? I'm not sure why he just didn't play Bogdanovic. So Hunter, every time Trae out, yeah, he's going to be the beneficiary. But try to sell him, to be honest, because he just has inconsistent minutes. And if Bogdanovic ever plays well down the stretch, he's going to get some minutes, but he's not going to have usage, right? The minutes might be lower and all that. Vid, he's just been getting consistent starting minutes. He's not really doing much with it. I guess 6 assists is good. So if you need some threes and some peripheral stats, he could be the one. Okongwu is a must roster. He obviously struggled here. And Capella could be a rebound streamer. For the Timberwolves, they put together a couple of wings. Mike Conley with Dante DiVincenzo out, he's definitely somebody we could stream. He went 1 for 9 here, but 4 steals and 4 assists. Happy with that. Anthony Edwards did a bit of everything, but the efficiency just horrible. They're still winning games, right? 9 for 13, 6 for 20 from the field. Yeah, Anthony Edwards got to look up. Anthony Edwards has really got to, learn the playmaking aspect of things. Sometimes you get 20 shots. There's a reason you get 20, right? Like Steph Curry, he probably will never get. You don't really see games he gets 23s off. So, yeah, I mean. Still a good win though. The Timberwolves are winning. Let's see, 7th seed now in a competitive Western Conference. 6-4. They won 3 straight. Okay. Julius Randle, 20 points, 8 rebounds, and a steal, 3 threes. That's just how Randle is. Randle in the last month. Let's see how well he's playing. 120th ranked player. Absolutely no defensive stats. 19.7 rebound, 4.5. And then he's not even shooting bad from the free throw line. And his rank is just ridiculously bad across 9 categories. But, he could bring a lot of value for your team if you're looking for points and rebounds. Jaden McDaniels, yeah, if you have him, great. He's been getting a lot of defensive stats. Like he pops off every once in a while. You know what I mean? 86 ranked player in the last month. So happy with that. Oh, a lot of games. The next one is the Wizards. They got destroyed by the Mavericks with no Luka. Luka should be back. Hopefully. The Wizards, Jordan Poole. Honestly, not bad. I mean, 3 3, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 15 points. Jordan Poole is... I think overall this year, I think exceeded people's expectations overall. Meanwhile, Kyle Kuzma is just bad. 7 points, is still in a block with absolutely nothing else. Alex Sar, I think he got hurt. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious. But you mainly have him for the blocks. That's mainly the reason. He provides some scoring, some threes, but yeah, hopefully he gets back quickly. But you never know with the Wizards, right? Anybody hurt, probably just out for an extended period of time. Bilo Kalabali had 5 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks, and 2 threes. Really good game from him. But given the blowout, nobody really played that high minutes. And it's going to happen a lot with this Wizards team, right? A lot of games, they just get blown out. For Dallas Mavericks, Klay had a really good game. I think in the first quarter, he had some couple of threes, right? It was all over the internet. 23 points, 7 threes at the end, in 24 minutes is not bad. Kyrie had just 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. And this is the problem with your star player. If your team is, constantly blowing other team off, have Kyrie just 13 points, 5 assists. Only took 9 shots. Like doesn't really need to take over in the fourth. Spencer Dinwiddie had 9 assists. That's cool. That's cool. Only take 3 shots, made all his shots. That's surprising to see, but that's great. He's somebody that we could definitely stream. And Gafford just keeps popping off. Gafford, 8 rebounds, 5 blocks, 18 points. Jesus Christ. 93rd ranked player in the last month, but oh damn. I am looking at whole season. I thought I was looking at last month. Okay. In the last month, Daniel Gafford is definitely better than 93rd, I believe. Yeah, 65th ranked player. Averaging 2.6 blocks, which is absolutely huge. PJ Washington has been playing so much better. A lot more usage, right? His field goal is still going to hurt you from time to time, but 2 steals and a block and 9 rebounds. Move on to the next one. The Jazz lost to the Bucks at home. No surprise. The Bucks actually heavy minutes. I wonder why. It's not that close. But Damian Lillard played 41 minutes, 35 points, 8 assists, and 4 threes, while Giannis is always going to get his numbers, 35 points, 18 rebounds. But for this Bucks team, and Brook Lopez, of course, got 3 blocks. Middleton, he's like on and off. He's pretty volatile. But I think overall, he's somebody we definitely need to roster because of the upside. I think maybe when we get to the end of the season, he's going to ramp up. He played 27 minutes here, right? He's coming off the bench now. But if he ever ramps up to 34, 33, it could easily be a top 50 player because he's very efficient. He can get you defensive stats, and he can get you assists. Right, can give you 15, 16 points. He's obviously the third option on this team. For the Jazz, so they have Keontae George came off the bench, but he plays more minutes than Isaiah Collier or Colin Sexton. So for now, I think it's, and then you got Jordan Clarkson back as well. For now, we roster Keontae George. For now, 15 points for him, 5 assists, 3 threes. That's about what we expect of him, to be honest. Like maybe 18 points is 18 points, 3 threes, 5 assists. That's good enough for me. So I think for now we still want to roster him. And Collier is somebody that we should look to roster and just see. If he's gonna start, get close to 30 minutes, he can get you a lot of assists. He's the type of Tyus Jones, maybe with more counting numbers and less efficient. Pretty well. 6 for 9 here, 12 points, 8 assists, and added 3 steals. I don't know how many steals he usually get. Lauren Markkanen, the line just looks super empty. 19 points and 9 rebounds, hit 2 threes. Not really that eye popping. Drew Eubanks, we could definitely stream him for some rebound and blocks. As long as Kessler is out, but I don't think Kessler is out. I think it's probably just a rest day. I don't think he's hurt exactly. The last game of the night, the Clippers, it was a close one. 109, 111. And Kawhi Leonard plays 28 minutes. So he's ramping up. Maybe at some point he played 30 minutes. but he's gonna miss all the back-to-backs. Right, she's still very efficient. Right, 17 points, missed a bunch of threes, but 2 steals and a block. Great game for Kawhi. Zubac popped up with 25 points, 16 rebounds, added a steal and a block. Happy with that. Harden has been playing a lot better the last couple games. I want to see Harden in the last month. He's not exactly 34th ranked player, so not that crazy to be honest with you. But if he pound turnovers and field goal, then his value probably goes into that top 10, top 15. And for a guy that's injury prone the last couple of seasons, I don't think he really missed that many games. And Norman Powell continues to just dominate with 23 points and 3 threes. And if he adding those 4 steals, he's going to remain a top 30 player. But they still lost the game. Phoenix, I think they won 3 straight. That's good. KD played huge minutes. 24 points, 4 threes. The minutes is huge for KD, to be honest. And Devin Booker had 26.8 assists, 5 threes. Devin Booker has been really amazing in the last month, ever since Beal came off the bench. Booker in the last month, he is the 20th ranked player, averaging 26 points and 7 assists. You can't be too mad about those numbers. Also hitting 2.7 threes and 1.5 steals, even getting those defensive numbers. But this year, I think his field goal is still kind of low. Right, in the last month, shooting 44%. Like last couple years, he was like 48, 49. So he's still trying to, get back to his rhythm. But great win for the Suns. And Nick Richards, he had 4 fouls here. I would still roster him. He's the guy that they want to go with. I think for the most part, he's still gonna get 30 minutes most nights. And Tyus Jones still pretty solid. And that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.